Welcome back to another video, guys. So today is battery day. We're gonna connect these bad boys. We just finished one. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Finished one. The only ends, I only had these ends, so I had to drill them out to make them a little bigger to fit that bad boy in there. So we got one battery cable done. Now what I'm using to hook these up is 2-gauge wire. Is it a little extreme? Yes, you don't have to have 2-gauge, but you know, I mean, why not go big? Go big or go home. So we did 2-gauge wire, 1 feet long, put some heat shrink. Just finished this one. I ran out of these plugs, so we're going to use this one right here. And how I like to do it, I know some of you guys, you know, crimp them. That's fine. My personal favorite is I like to put these little pellets in there. They're soldering pellets. I heat it with the torch right there, and then you just dip this bad boy in. Bam, put some heat shrink. I personally have never ever in my life had any problems with that. You know, so that's my preference. And these are them right here, guys. See? Bam. You can get them at your local Napa store. These are the pellets, and you can get the ends, the cables, everything. So now we're going to heat this up, and we're going to put this last one on, then head over to the trailer and connect the 2 batteries. Fire this bad boy up. Alright. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Take it easy. That's too much. Calm it down a little bit. Shut it off. Alright. Alright. Now, we heat this bad boy. Not too much. We'll watch it. See, we don't want to catch it on fire. Turn it down a little bit. And we'll watch it just melt in here. Come on. There we go. Oh, there she goes. She's falling. So when it starts bubbling, you got to back up a little bit. Keep it going. Keep going. It's okay if it falls out. No big deal. Bam. Just like that. Alright. That's it. And bam. Just like that, guys. Got the heat shrink on it. Clean it up. No more, this thing would focus. No more solder stuck on there. And we're good to go. Both ends. So now, let's take it out to the ding ding. And, whoa. Sorry, my apologies. Take it out to the ding ding and go hook it up. First, we got to get our connection right here, and here. Bam. Alright, let's go. And guys, make sure battery disconnect, unplug it. It's unplugged from there, so make sure you got no power going to it. So now, and my other battery box has not came in yet, so we're going to wait on that. So how I do this, guys, is I go from negative to negative, just like that, and positive to positive. Bam, positive, positive, just like that. Then I'm going to take the positive terminal coming from the trailer and go here to the positive. Now with the negative, I'm not going to take it to this battery. With the negative, you want to take it to this battery. I know some of you guys, well, obviously, you know, who the heck would do that? You'd be surprised. And reason, guys, why it does matter is because if you go from positive there and negative there, you're not draining both batteries. You know, you're not using them, basically. So you need to go negative there, or positive there, negative there, so you are using both batteries. That's, you know, how I've learned to do it. That's how everybody does it. If there's another way, you know, you guys can comment down below and let me know. But that's how I do it. So let's hook these bad boys up, link them together, and make sure we got power and everything's good. All right, guys, and bam, just like that, we're done. So you got positive, positive, negative, negative, and then the positive coming from the toy hauler is going to that battery, and negative coming from the toy hauler is going to the second battery. So now we're going to kick everything on, check the system, make sure everything's charging, and we're good to go. All right, so now we're going to pull the battery power, engage it, just like that, bam. And now we should make sure, hopefully nothing popped, went wrong. We'll check inside. It should show me that the solar is charging right now. Let's see what we got. Bam, here we go. So we're good to go. It's showing we're charging, no problems. And then if you guys want to check, if you blew something, you can check your breakers, check everything, but everything's doing good. No lights, so if the fuse busts, you'll have lights. A red light will be on. Breakers are good. So far, so good. It's charging away. Now, some of you guys have asked me, Eddie, how do you know when your solar is charging the battery? Well, here's a perfect example right here. So when this blue lightning bolt kicks on, that means that your solar is charging the batteries. And also, when you see these lines that are flashing, so if the battery's really, really low, these 4 will bam, 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 bam. Well, since these 3 are already full, so when I first kicked this on, if you guys remembered, it was 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, 3 are full. We got 1 flashing really fast. So that means it's almost full. Now, this, some of you guys tell me, well, Eddie, I've seen mine go to 14.5, 14.6, you know, when the generator's on or I'm plugged in the house. That's normal. So this thing will go to 14.6, 14.7. This will go above 14. See, and it's still charging. It's going to go 14.2, 14.3. That's normal for these batteries. And also, guys, if you have the ZAMP panel, make sure, and those batteries, it is set to Life PO4. You could change the battery type here, but make sure that matches or else this will not work properly. Then you could check amperage right here, and you could check your amp hours right here also. So that's how, you know, you can tell what's going on. And that's it. When this blue light turns off, it'll hit right here to the green and switch over and let you know that's it. Your batteries are full and you'll be good to go. Alright guys, so some of you I'm sure are going to ask the next question as well, Eddie, why would I buy, you know, such an expensive battery? Because these batteries are like, some of them are 8, you know, 9, 1,200 bucks a pop. You know, what's the point? So I've asked the owner of the company if he can to please email me some of the advantages, you know, to this battery of, you know, why, you know, like I told him, I can go get 4, you know, of these batteries for a price of 1 of your lithium. So this is what he told me to the advantages of these batteries. And again, guys, I did a lot of research on these also too. I've heard nothing but good about these lithium batteries. And you know, here he said, well, here's just a couple basic things. Depending on your charge rate. So if you're charging at, I don't know, 30 amps, 50 amps, 80 amps, you know, these batteries can be charged. So one battery from, if it's pretty much completely dead, one battery can be charged from 0 to 100 in 90 minutes, or 2 batteries in 180 minutes. Whether than, I know, like a you know, deep cycle regular, like the older RVs, or like the Weekend Warrior that I had, one of those batteries, you know, if it was dead, it would take you up to probably, you know, 6 to 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours, you know, to fully charge. So the charge rate's a lot faster. Another thing is the amp hours. So they say, he's saying here that they got 100 amp hours, which they have on my battery, each has 100 amp hours on the battery. Well, I guess on a regular lead acid battery, it's only about 40% usable. Now again, guys, I don't know much about these batteries, but I'm just going off of, you know, what he's telling me. And what I've researched also, I've heard that those batteries, the lead acid batteries, yeah, you can't really, you know, if it says 100 amps, you're really not going to use that. Now, same goes with an AGM battery. AGM, same thing. You're going to use, you know, probably 40 or 50% of it. If it says 100 amp, you're not going to get that. Now, another thing is, which is a good one, because some of you guys commented saying, well, Eddie, I heard it's not good to be, you know, letting them drop, you know, getting them empty. So according to him, he's saying, this is, we're going to talk about the cycles. So, you can get on these batteries, I've read and heard, anywhere between 3,000 to 5,000 cycles on these batteries, charge and discharge, depending on how, you know, if you're going to take it all the way to 0 and back up, probably 3. You know, it's going to damage the battery, or not, I'm not going to say damage, but it's going to wear the battery out more. Whether than, you know, if you're dropping it only to 90% or, you know, 80%, something like that, you're probably going to get that 4,000 to 4,500 cycles. In my situation, I'm going to have the solar, so hopefully during the day, you know, they're going to stay full all day and not have to drop. And I will be testing it at night again, so when we get the inverter and the solar, I'm gonna test it here in the driveway. So at night I'm gonna turn some lights on, turn the TV on, and see what the actually battery drains down to. And an AGM battery, lead acid battery, I've heard they're only getting anywhere between like 50 to 300 cycles. So, I mean, give you the benefit that you can call it 500 cycles. You're not getting nowhere near the power and the charge and discharge amount of a LiPo battery. Also, another thing I heard is there's no loss in these batteries. So, like he's saying here is you can run inverters, you can run high-powered appliances, all that stuff, and sacrificing the amp hours. But you can also run as many 12-volt appliances as you can compared to a lead-acid battery, because he's saying here that it's pretty much outputting amp for amp capacity versus draw, only under low draw conditions, like a few lights on and playing the stereo. So what he's saying here is there's no, I think it's called Puchert's loss, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess in these batteries you don't have that like you do in the lead acid or AGM batteries. Another thing I also heard of life. I heard the life of these batteries, you can get, like, depending on how good you keep them, up to 8 to 10 years. I mean, that's insane. That will probably, for maybe some of you guys, outlast your toy hauler. I mean, I used to change mine, and I kept mine good. I always check the water. That's another thing, maintenance free. You don't gotta maintenance them. But I would, on my old one, maintenance them, keep the water level perfect, but I'd still get probably 6 years out of it. But I was anal, and I kept it, perfect with the water level right to the T. Another thing I noticed, it's not something he wrote, but another thing I noticed when I picked them up, dude, they didn't weigh anything. It was like they were just empty boxes in there. They were so light, the weight, it was incredible. So those are just some of the benefits, guys. And I mean, personally, I'll probably never want to run like an AGM or lithium anymore. I like this LiPo battery. I like all the good things. I like how long they last. I like how many cycles you can get out of them. So I mean, it's up to you guys. If it's in your budget range to put in a toy hauler, I would highly recommend putting in your toy hauler or RV. Now, I don't know, and I'm pretty sure that the computer or the board will have to change. So if you do have like an AGM, I'm sure, and I gotta look and I gotta ask him. I don't know, which I don't think you can. If you have an AGM or acid battery, you can just grab one of these LiPos and swap it, put it in there. I don't, unless your charger knows and you can change the charge rate. But I will ask him, but I'm pretty sure you can't do that, so you can stay tuned for that. But also stay tuned for more tests. I will be testing this battery and the solar and the inverter. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to click subscribe. Peace.
Yeah.